Hello, everybody. I believe that we are live, and yes, we are. Hello, everybody. My name is Harry. I review games for the Montreal Canadiens. Tonight, we played the Colorado Avalanche. It was not pretty. It did not start out pretty. It ended a little bit better, but yeah, we are going to get to the game. Obviously, if you guys got any comments, put them in the chat. I will get to them as soon as I can. Randy, demolished to smithereens. It got a bit better as the game went along, but holy hell, yeah, if Hound stayed in net, Jesus, that would have ended much worse than it did. IOEA, Lucas, how's it going, man? John Teeter, I did see your comment. Glad to hear you eating some Krispies, man. Hell yeah, let's go. What are we thinking about this new idea of mine? Lucas, we're thinking that it is incredibly solid. I really like it. I really like the no overalls, too. That's actually really solid. I think it's really damn good. I think it's a really, really solid idea. Um, oh wait, no, I'm thinking. Sorry, boys. I'm getting something. All right, there we go. We're good. But yeah, shaved. Yes, I did, Lucas. I did indeed shave. About 4 or 5 days ago. I don't know if you can tell on stream exactly, but it's starting to come back in a little bit already. So yeah, I shaved, but it'll probably be back to how it was in, I don't know, probably about 3 weeks, maybe a month. Also, boys, I will not confirm, but I will say that I am more than likely going live tomorrow if I can get my PS3 situated. If I can get the PS3 all situated and I can figure out how to make it work with Streamlabs. I can get it to work with regular OBS Studio, but for some reason, Streamlabs OBS is a bit weird. But if I can get it to work with probably tonight, if I can get it to work tonight, I will probably go live tomorrow. I will probably load 15. I think NHL 15, probably not 14, just because I already have a lot of prospects in 15 already created. And I think what we're going to do tomorrow, we're not going to play GM mode, and we're not going to do. Well, we might do exhibition games like at the end. Maybe we might do something like that. What I would like to do is just do roster editing, like go through and just spot guys that we think should be edited, whether improving their overall, downgrading their overall. I think something like that would be really, really solid. I think it'd be nice to do that, go through and just have some fun with go through, do roster editing, and then after we're done the roster editing, we do the that's when we get into GM mode. I think that's what we'll do. We'll pick a random team. I'm probably not gonna do Montreal just because like I feel like it's really easy to get out of a rebuild with Montreal. But if you guys want me to do Montreal, I'll do Montreal. But we will decide eventually what team we think would be best because I want to try and do a rebuild. I don't really want to go for a contention. I don't know. Maybe I'll do contention because it feels like everybody goes for the real. Nobody tries to be good immediately. Nobody like trades out picks to bring in players and yeah. I don't know. We'll see. I think it'd be really cool to like try and build up a team for like 3-4 years and then slowly start to tear it apart, go into that rebuild. The only issue is then you don't really get many of the modern, like the prospects that are in the game that I've created and the couple that I'm probably going to have to create. But I don't know. We'll determine that eventually. This is a NHL game recap. Though to be fair, it's probably more entertaining to talk about what we might do on stream tomorrow than the game we had tonight. Randy, beardless Harry or hairless Harry? Randy asking the important questions. Yes. Bro, I really hope. Bro, I really hope I get the idea up and running. Lucas, it does seem really cool. Admittedly, it is really, really solid, and I think it'd be super cool to. I think it'd be really awesome if you can get up and running. Because I'd love the guys in the HRHSL would love to be a part of it. If you can find other people as well, that'd be sick. Lucas, I did get a haircut. I did. I got a very short stemmed haircut, not stemmed, but you know what I mean. A very short haircut, clean shaven beard, like Bob Cannon says. What a nice clean shaven fellow you are. Thank you, Bob. I appreciate it, man. Thank you very much. Not necessarily clean shaven. It's already starting to come back in, but thank you guys. I appreciate the compliments on the haircut and the new clean shaven Harry. Thank you guys. The Open Lines, did you say you're going to stream a contender game? No, Randy, no. I mean, I might because I'm going to be playing NHL 15 tomorrow. We're going to do roster editing. But for GM mode, Randy, we might be doing contender. We might be building like a contender, for example, say, who's a contender in like 2015? Say Chicago or LA. I might take over one of those teams because it might actually be fun. Like, say, for example, with a Chicago, because they don't have a whole ton of prospects. So try and win for, say, 2 to 3 years and then just slowly start to rebuild. I think that would be kind of fun to do. Especially because like all the guys that I can think of, or out of all the teams that I've seen win the cup in 15 in NHL 15 for the first couple of years, Chicago rarely, if ever, actually does win the cup. So that would also be a really fun challenge. The thing is, it would be easier to find GMs. Exactly, because the owners contact whoever they really want. Exactly, Lucas. That is really cool. And plus, if you want a GM, you can then ask someone, I guess, to be your owner as a reverse type of way. I think it'd be kind of cool. Jack Olsen, how's it going, man? Thank you for coming by. Yeah, Randy. Well, I mean, I've already created a good amount of players. Like I created, for example, Austin Matthews, Jack Eichel, Matthew Tkachuk, Cale Makar, Adam Fox. I created a lot of prospects in the upcoming like 3 drafts for 15, 16, 17. And I think even a couple for 18. Yeah, it was I'm doing 15 because A, I don't have Legacy Edition, unfortunately. B, I'm not using PCSX RPCS3, I think is what it's called. I'm not using that because if we want to say, for example, go into a game and say and watch like the final minute, say we're about to win a Stanley Cup, for example, watch the final minute, it would take literally like 6 minutes because for some reason, like in the actual watching of a hockey game, it runs like shit. Everywhere else, it seems to run pretty well, the game for the most part on the emulator. So and I have an actual PS3 with the disc for NHL 15, so I can do it just like that. I was just in a Habs Digest live stream. Okay, Bob. He was in Montreal. All right, scrolling past that comment. he was in Montreal tonight at the game and live streamed as he was at the Bell Center, scanned around the outside of the Bell Center, see 6 or 7 other streamers. Oh, Bob, that's kind of fun. That is fun. You gotta love that. Thank you for letting me know, man. That's pretty funny. That's kind of fun. Looks good. Yeah, there we go, Jack. We're already got the people in there. Sorry, boys. Who do the Habs have in 2015? I want to say it's Desharnais, Pacioretty, Plekanec, Markov, Subban. We don't have Weber yet. Price. I want to say Tokarski. We have a lot of like familiar face from that. I want to say Eller was in his last year there. Speaking of Eller, he was actually playing tonight. But yeah. So if you guys got any more comments, please, of course, put them in the chat. For either the game NHL 15 that we're going to be probably doing tomorrow. We'll see. Of course, the streaming tomorrow depends on if I can get my capture card to work with Streamlabs OBS and not just regular OBS. Hoping I can. The opening lines for the Canadiens were Pitlick, Suzuki, Gurianov, Hoffman, Drouin, Anderson, Harvey Pinard, Tierney, Ylonen, and Pizzetta, Belzile, and Richard were your forward core. Matheson, Kovacevic, Gouli, Savard, and Edmondson, Weidman were the defense pairings. Sam Montembeault, I thought was going to get the start. He was apparently supposed to. Jake Allen would actually get the start in net, and Sam Montembeault would start the game backing him up. He was supposed to go in tomorrow. I didn't even realize we actually. Oh wait, actually, I might not be going live tomorrow, then, boys. Yeah. Actually, shit, I might have to hold out because if we're going to be live tomorrow night, for example, for the Habs Penguins game, I usually like to try and go live on days that I'm not. That the Habs aren't playing. But fuck it. Maybe it'll just be like a test stream. I don't know. Maybe it'll just be a test stream. Maybe we'll just do it anyways. I don't know. We'll see. It was very cool. He said it was only his 3rd time in Montreal. He's from New NL. Oh, God. NL. That is... oh, God. That's not Newfoundland. He's from New Zealand? No, that's not New Zealand. I'm stupid. I don't know what that is. I think. Some of you were saying the Habs are going to be in playoffs next year. I had my 2 cents. I completely get that, Bob. I could maybe see us getting into a playoff spot if we have, say, Connor Bedard on the team. Newfoundland. Okay, it is Newfoundland. Okay, I'm used to it being like NFL for Newfoundland. I just realized NFL. I'm used to being NFL for Newfoundland. I didn't realize it was NL. Cool, thank you. But I think there's a chance we could get into the playoffs if we have, say, Connor Bedard and just everything works well for us and we get an actual backup for Sam Montembeault, not named Jake Allen. Maybe Devin Levi, who knows? We'll see. Hopefully that'd be nice. But I for the most part, I do think we are going to be outside. We're going to be a bit better than we are this year, though. I don't think we're going to be bottom 5 next year. I think next year will be very competitive. Maybe 35 wins I think we'll be get next year. And then I think the year after is when we really want to start contending for a playoff spot. So yeah, definitely a long shot, Bob. But I think it's separated. Like if we have Bedard, Canadians can definitely get in. If we don't have Bedard, probably not going to make it. It's very much that fine line of like, okay, yeah, Bedard or no Bedard. It's very much that for playoffs next year. But yeah, the opening lines for the Cup contending Colorado Avalanche were Rodriguez, MacKinnon, Rantanen. Cup contenders. Cup contenders. First name I say, Evan Rodriguez. No, he's playing there because Landeskog's been hurt all year. Hopefully he does come back. It would be nice to see him enter some games this year. Sorry. Rodriguez, MacKinnon, Rantanen, Lehkonen, Compher, Nichushkin, Cogliano, Eller, O'Connor, and Malgin, Newhook, Nieto were the forwards for Colorado. Taze, Makar, Girard, not Taze Makar, but Devon Taze and Kel Makar, but Taze Makar, Girard, Byram, and Jack Johnson. Not Eric. He's out for, I believe, the whole year, the rest of the regular season at least. And Hunt were the defense core for Colorado. Alexander Georgiev gets the start, and Jonas Johansson backs him up with a terrible NHL career, of course, famously. I want to say the tweet from, I think, Kevin Weeks, talking how Jonas Johansson, in his 30 years of watching the NHL, is the worst goalie he's ever seen in the NHL, which is just absolutely... Actually, no, I think it might have been a Colorado... no, I think it was a Buffalo analyst. I don't think it was Kevin Weeks, actually. I can maybe see us... 14th. Sorry, 10th to 12th. Yeah, no, I think if we're 10th to 12th in the division, if we were 10th to 12th in the division, there'd be cause for concern. But if we're 10th or 12th in the conference, then, I wouldn't mind that. As long as we're competitive and staying in most games and have at least 30, 35 wins, I think around there, that would be nice. I think that'd be nice. Before the game, this is actually Lehkonen's first game back in Montreal as an Avalanche, so that is really, really solid. That's really cool to see. MacKinnon gets nearly found in front by Rantanen. Good coverage, though, there about a minute in. Then it's 1-0. Colorado with a terrible break, a bad screen by Savard. Logan O'Connell thought would open the scoring, but it was actually given to Artturi Lehkonen in the first intermission. I believe it was the first intermission they looked at it, and Artturi Lehkonen gets his 19th goal of the year. Habs try to get back in. Richard has a nice burst of speed. He gets in, but he loses balance. And yeah, I wouldn't say the team has been painful. 7 straight losses sure sucks, but you keep in mind that 6 of them we've been in it. Seriously. I already have the Canadiens record open, actually. Okay, yeah, we lost tonight 8-4, but 3-1 to the Devils is basically a 1-goal game because the third goal was an empty netter. Lose 2 straight in a shootout. Lose 4-3, 3-2, 3-2. 3-1, we actually beat the Sharks. But, we've lost 7 in a row. 6 of them have pretty much been by a goal, and we've been competitive in every single one of those games. So I wouldn't say we've necessarily been painful to watch recently. I think it's been more so just a hey, this sucks losing type of deal. I'd say it definitely sucks losing, but we're staying competitive. I think that's what we just kind of have to hope for the most part for the rest of the year. MacKinnon gets it the other way, clear. It's a clear breakaway for him, but he overshoots the net. And then it's 2-0 Colorado. Bowen Byram with clean dekes. Good chance. The Habs blue line was held back. Allen doesn't know what a poke check is. He goes out, dives, a wide open net, and Byram puts it home. Then it's 3-0. All of a sudden, Matt Nieto, off of a good Lars Eller pass, gets the goal. It's 3-0. Allen does not know what he's doing. Nieto with a nice deke right in front, and it's 3-0. The shots are, by the way, 6-1 Colorado. And this is about 9 minutes into the game. Those 2 goals were about a minute and a half apart. This is 3-0, and the shot's 6-1. It remains that way for about 3 minutes. Yeah, it remains that way about 3. It remains that way for about 3 minutes. Zarbi, okay, Lucas, I don't care. Thank you. No, let me look. Okay, that's good to know. Thank you, Lucas. NCA, I don't know. He's probably going to come through sometime soon and give some idiotic Sens fan takes. Yeah. Richard has another good boost. He did have a good boost, but he also had a good burst. Really nice break. However, it's an immediate shot. Quick save by Georgiev. Richard, I thought, had a pretty good game, actually, despite the fact that the Canadiens played horribly for a majority of the game. Richard had a decent game. He didn't get on the scoreboard, unfortunately, but he definitely deserved to. I would argue he was probably the second best Canadian behind Josh Anderson. Anderson had a really solid game, aside from the one really weird penalty he took, which we'll get into. Canadians trying to get back into it. Richard and the Suzuki line was the only one that was kind of trying when it was 3-0. Matheson on a nice break, but he passes it off, unfortunately. He would not do that later, spoiler alert. Then the Habs go to the PK, the Habs. It's Harvey Pinard for clipping Byron up high. I get that. It was in the face. It clips his hair. That is technically a high stick. I get why they called that. The fan base needs to understand that and just let Gordon Hughes keep building up to the talent base. It's going to take a while. Bob, I wouldn't say it's going to take a while necessarily. I don't think 3 to 5 years. I do think 2 more years. I'd say 2 to 3 more years, and we should be a regular playoff team because, and I am going to back this up. For example, if I can actually get the lines back that we had tonight, for example, go to the penalty. For example, Suzuki isn't even in his prime yet, but he's still a top line center. Anderson will probably be a decent third liner if we don't get rid of him. He'll probably be a good third liner in the future. Harvey Pinard should be a good third line guy. He's been playing pretty well. And this is completely ignoring our injuries with Caulfield, who's our first line goal scorer easily. Kirby Dach, who's turning into a great second line forward. If we resign him, Sean Monahan's going to be a good depth guy. Dvorak's a good third line center. Evans is a good fourth line PK center. Same with Dvorak, except third line. We have those players. And then you add in Yaroslawski as well, who 2 years will be 20, should be putting up, if we're going off what he put up this year so far before he was injured, about 30, 35 points. Of course, with evolution, maybe that'll be 50. Who knows? We'll see. But say, for example, about 30, 40 points a year. That's decent enough to be a third line. He'll probably be second line, I would assume, by that time. Philip Mazar might be making the bottom 6. Lane Hudson might barely be cracking the lineup at that point. Owen Beck could maybe be fourth line. Logan Mew, I think, will start to be pushing for a spot in the lineup. Josh Wall will probably be in the lineup at some point, somewhere. Caden Gooley is our best defenseman. Matheson's going to be pretty damn good. Sean Farrell, I think, will be in the lineup by that point. Caulfield, I mentioned him. We're going to have guys that are coming into the lineup. This is completely forgetting about Jordan Harris and Justin Barron, who are both injured. I think our team will have been very evolved in the next 2 years, both in growth-wise and just adding good depth and solid players overall, that while we might not necessarily be in the playoffs in 2 to 3 years, we'll at least be competitive enough that I think for a majority of the year, we can say, hey, we're at least fighting for a playoff spot. Might not necessarily, like I said, get there for 2 to 3 years. Maybe it'll take another year or two after that. But I do think in 2 to 3 years, we are hoping to be a playoff team because we have solid goaltending, or not solid goaltending. Sorry, we have great prospects. Bergevin really left the new management with a lot of really good gifts. Again, Waugh, Farrell, Jacob Dulbs, who could be in net, Caden Gooley, Cole Caulfield. He left the team. Him and Trevor Timmons left the team with a lot of really solid prospects. Genuinely, all Hughes and Gordon needed is this past draft where they hit like 6 times. Hit gold 6 times, I think. And then probably this year's draft. And then it's just, all right, sit back and let the kids develop, basically. That's pretty much what they got to do. And then just make any trades to get out some guys. We'll see, obviously. We'll see who sticks and who leaves the team, for example. Hoffman is probably gone in 2 to 3 years, I think. We'll see. Just looking at the lineup, Ylonen probably won't be a consistent guy in the lineup. Pizzetta hopefully isn't here in 2 to 3 years. I forgot about Jack Guy. He's going to be in the lineup as well 2 to 3 years from now, probably. Savard will probably still be here, I think. I think he'll probably be a good depth guy, more defensive guy. Anderson will be gone. I don't know about that, Bob. I don't know if Anderson will be gone at this point. I want to get rid of him. I wouldn't mind trading him because you can get a good amount back. But with his big body, decent second power play guy, realistically, I wouldn't be surprised to see Anderson stick around, honestly. So will Duran, Galley, Dvorak. I don't know if Dvorak's gone unless you can get a good amount back for him, like at least a second-round pick, I think. I don't know if we have a lot of holes, though, Bob. I don't know if we have a lot of holes. The only one that I can really spot, because center, we have what? Suzuki, Doc, say Owen Beck, say caps at a third-line center. That's a good top 3 right there. Suzuki, who's a bona fide first-line guy. Doc, who some teams might qualify as a first-line center, especially with how good he did this year. If he keeps developing on that, could arguably be a good first-line guy. And then Owen Beck, if he ends up being a second-line guy, capped at the third line because he's playing in Montreal, where again, we have Suzuki and Doc. That's a good top 3. And then you can rotate with, say, Evans, or if he's still here, say, Dvorak. You can rotate that fourth-line center seat out, and that's perfectly fine, I think. Left wing, if he's playing there, you got Caulfield, you got Slavkovsky, you got Farrell, you got Wall, you got these guys who Wall can also play center and right wing. I think Farrell can also. I think he's actually primarily a right winger now, actually, Sean Farrell. But you still have guys who are on that wing, Harvey Pinard as well, who can play there. Where it's like, yeah, no, you're solid. The only thing really might be our right wing because Caulfield is transitioned to the left wing. It seems like Anderson's there, but he's not a veteran. Gurianov could be a decent third line guy. Again, you have Farrell, you have Wall who can play there if they're not playing on the left wing. Philip Mazar is a right winger. Apparently, he's a right wing center. Yeah, I'd say like in a couple of years, these guys might be really, really solid in the lineup, and I think those spots are filled for the future, all but guaranteed, at least in my opinion. I think that they're good enough that they can actually prove themselves in the NHL. I think they'll be good. I think they will absolutely be. I think they will have what it takes to mainstay in the lineup, and yeah, I think that you have these prospects that, again, another year of rebuilding or another year of just tanking for the draft this year. And I think that's good. At that point, like I said, it's just wait for the prospects. Defense, you're clearly filled. Jack-Eye, Gooley. I know I mentioned Jack-Eye first, but he was just on my mind. Jack-Eye, Gooley, Barron, Harris, Mayu. If he comes over, Jaden Struble. That's at least 6 solid defensive defensemen. Not even mentioning Lane Hudson. Not even mentioning if he ends up panning out, which at this point I don't think he will, Matthias Norlander. We have at least 7 potential NHL quality defensemen. I'm pretty sure I mentioned Mayu. I think I did. We have 7 potential NHL quality defensemen right there. Gooley's already proven himself. Jack-Eye's already proven himself. Barron and Harris already have. We're just waiting on Mayu, Hudson, and who the hell is that name? I forget. I think Struble. Yeah, we're just waiting on those guys to prove themselves. Goaltending, I wouldn't even say we have a terrible goalie system, for example, because we have Jacob Dobbs, who we drafted in 2020. I like Jacob Dobbs. I think he could be a decent starter. Joe Verbatic last year we picked, and Joe Verbatic is huge, 6'6", 186 pounds. Jacob Dobbs is 6'5", 197 pounds. Even like Emmett Crote, he's only 6'2", putting up decent stats in the USHL this year. I'm not saying we have 3 NHL goaltenders, but I'm just saying of the last 3 drafts, we have picked a goalie in each draft. Verbatic and Dobbs both look very, very solid, especially Joe Verbatic isn't having a great season this year between the AHL and the ECHL. Goalies take longer to develop, but Jacob Dobbs just had a very solid season in college in Ohio State, 2.33 goals against average and a 918 save percentage in his second year in college. Definitely down from the year he had before, unfortunately, but still not bad, and I think he's getting better. I think he's absolutely getting better. Hey, Zarbian, how's it going, man? I wouldn't say we have a lot of holes to fill. Definitely, I wouldn't say we have a lot of holes to fill though. Lots of prospects. We'll see how many stick and how many fall off. We will, Bob. Definitely, we will. I do think a lot of our highly touted prospects should make the NHL, and at the very least, they'll be given a good chance to make the NHL. Hoffman and 3 others. So much turnover. We'll definitely have some turnover from them. Waugh and Farrell is what we're pretty much going to be turning Hoffman into, for example. Gallagher, probably Harvey Pinard is probably the best guy who replaces him there. That's why I think he gets traded in July or next trade to Anderson. I don't think we will, unless we can get that first in a prospect, and probably even then it'll take a bit of an overpay to get Josh Anderson out of Montreal. I feel like at this point it might be better to just keep him, because in 2 or 3 years when the salary cap is up probably $6-7 million, that contract kind of looks like nothing. That contract really looks like nothing. Owen Beck hasn't even had a cup of coffee in Montreal. Slav is still improving at this point. But again, Bob, Slavkovsky is a former first overall pick. He will pan out. I know first overall picks, Neil Yakupov, blah, 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 blah. Alexis Lafreniere, blah, 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 blah. But still, Juraj Slavkovsky is a first overall pick who has the talent. He got a lot better as the season was going on before he got injured. He was looking very solid. He was looking like a decent third-line guy. And he's only 18. We give him a year or 2 to just develop his game in the NHL, even give him maybe a stint or 2 in the AHL. I think if Laval's in the playoff race when Slavkovsky comes back from injury, we'll probably send him down and get him used down there. Yeah, I feel like that. I think Slafkovsky has what it takes. And again, Owen Beck, I think if he can become at least a third line guy, that's a pretty good pick right there. Because Owen Beck was, again, what? The first pick in the second round, I think, right? Yeah, first pick in the second round in the NHL. He's not been bad. He's not been bad. And yeah. So yeah, I think you just gotta give these guys a chance when they come up, I think. Okay, and I'll reform what I said. Learn what the definition of a rebuild or just what do you mean, NZA? What do you mean, NZA? Hey, Zarbian, how's it going, man? Lucas, all right, DMs. Sean Farrell, hell yeah, Sean Farrell. What's in DMs? Yeah, I see that, Lucas. I do see that. I don't know why you pinged Revolutionary Choker, but all right. Harry, you know I love you like a brother, but you're putting way too much hope and promise on too many guys who either haven't played in the NHL yet or have been here and underperformed. Well, keep in mind, Bob, with the guys that have been here, for example, fuck was I looking up? Montreal draft history. For example, Slafkovsky, I wouldn't say has underperformed. 10 points, 39 games for an 18-year-old who is playing literally his first games on North American ice at a professional level. Not bad. 10 points in 39 games, especially, like I said, considering he got better, I wouldn't say that's underperforming as well. Caden Gooley is definitely not underperforming. Cole Caulfield has done anything but underperform during his time in Montreal. Harvey Pinard, for a 7th-round pick, even being at just half a point per game like he is, has been playing out of his mind. Ylonen for a 2nd-round pick, yeah, I probably want a bit more out of him, especially a guy that's 23 and he's playing top-line minutes. Romanov got us Kirby Dach, who's been incredible in his time in Montreal. Jordan Harris, I think, has played pretty good so far in his time as a Canadian. Ryan Poehling got us Mike Matheson. So, like, yeah, like, obviously, like, sure, like, a lot of these guys haven't played in the NHL yet. Logan Mailloux, Joshua, Sean Farrell, even, like, Owen Beck and Lane Hudson. But keep in mind, with how good Lane Hudson played this year in Boston University, 44 points in 34 games, right up there with Brian Leach and Cale Makar for most points by a college defenseman. Or most, I think it's both that and points per game for a defenseman, for a college defenseman. That's really damn good. And Lane Hudson, for being 5'10 and I think 165 pounds, this is a kid that if he can grow another inch, for example, and gain a little bit more weight, say 10, 15 more pounds, he will be an offensive dynamo. Yeah, Nzia, please repost that, man. Please repost that. Because I'm not going to scroll all the way up for that. Yeah. Bob, no, he's not. No, he's not. Hudson grew to 5'10", and he still has another inch or two to grow, I think. Most people have said. And he's now 160, 165 pounds around there. He's grown an inch from that, and he's also gained about 15 pounds, roughly 12 to 18 pounds. So he has gotten better. He has grown and gotten bigger. Not a whole lot, but keep in mind, this is a kid that's 18, just turned 19 years old last month. And if he's 2021 and he's suddenly, say, 6 foot, 180 pounds, keep in mind, this is a guy that a lot of people, not Canadians fans, but a lot of pundits and a lot of scouts are saying, based on the season he just had, if he was eligible, if he was 6 foot, and the season that he had the year he was drafted, looking back, he would have been in contention for first overall. He would have been in contention for first overall as a 19-year-old with this amount of high offense skill that Lane Hudson has. The fact that this kid is being reprojected already as a top 5 pick at the very least, and he went undrafted for as long as he did because he was, I think, 5'8" and 130 something, 140 pounds. I think he was 5'8" and like 140 when he was drafted. That is not bad. But also, Bob, here's the thing. 5'9" and 148 pounds as a defenseman, that's not necessarily a bad thing. That is not necessarily a bad thing. Victor Mete, and I know this is probably a bad example, he's pretty much out of the NHL at this point, but keep in mind, Victor Mete was a 4th-round pick, 100th overall in 2016. He played for the London Knights in the OHL. We drafted him out of there. He is 5'9" and 187 pounds. He is 5'9" right now. And this is a guy who, yes, went 130 whatever games without scoring a goal in the NHL. But keep in mind, Victor Mete, 5'9", has been able to hold his own in the NHL. He's only played 11 games this year, but overall, he has not been entirely awful. He has not been god-awful. He's been a decent 7th defenseman in the NHL. What Victor Mete started as a 5'9" defenseman leads the way for Lane Hutson to be a franchise defenseman. Lane Hutson is a much better Victor Mete. Mete shows that you can have small defensemen in the NHL. You can afford smaller defensemen because we have Mike Matheson, we have an Arbor Jacka, we have Caden Gould, you have Justin Barron, again, Logan Mailloux. We have these guys that are going to be bigger around him. If he's still here, David Savard, for example. We have these guys who are bigger who will be able to help out Victor Lane Hutson. And again, on forward, we have Josh Anderson, for example. Denis Gurianov is here. Yarsovkovsky's a big boy. We're apparently supposed to be wanting a big boy with one of our 2 first-round picks this year if we don't get Connor Bedard. I've heard Daniil Boot, if we get a 3rd first-rounder, for example, is a guy that we're really high on, which I wouldn't mind Daniil Boot. When these guys are coming into the lineup, for example, these are going to be players that will be able to help protect Lane Hutson, allowing to provide the offense that he can, and also giving that big body presence overall. Not just to protect Lane Hutson, obviously, but they're skilled, they're probably fast, and they've got the size. You can afford a couple small guys like Cole Caulfield and Lane Hutson that have that skill and that speed if you have some big boys around. Again, if Josh Anderson's still here, you have guys on the blue line, you have guys like, say, Gurianov and Savkovsky and whoever we draft in the first round, because apparently, like I said, we want a big boy, apparently. I think that'd be fine. I think that is more than fine and more than fair to expect Lane Hutson to become at least a top 4 defenseman. That's like with me. There's always going to be gems every draft. Now, could Lane Hutson completely bust out in the NHL? No, that won't happen. That just won't happen. He's going to be at the very least a good top 4 defenseman for a majority of his career in the NHL. But that's with me, for example, with Ty Tullio. I think he's going to be a gem for the Edmonton Oilers. Not necessarily first-line talent, but he'll be a good third-line type of guy. I like Ty Tullio. I liked him in Oshawa. I think he has what it takes. Lane Hutson is going to be a giant gem of the 2022 NHL entry draft, in my opinion. I like Lane Hutson, and I don't think necessarily you're putting too much hope or promise on these guys who haven't played in the NHL. The future is bright, Bob, and I think that it's time. I think Canadiens fans can go from a time of, hey, I mean, we have this guy in our prospect system, maybe he'll be good, to we might have too many good prospects. In about 5 years, we've gone from not really having many good prospects. I remember when Jesperi Kotkaniemi and Ryan Poehling were our top 2 prospects. And I'm sure you remember much darker times than that. I'm sure the 90s and the 2000s were filled with, I mean, maybe this guy could pan out, maybe. And now, for the first time in what feels like probably forever, the Canadiens can look at this and say, hey, this guy could be pretty good. This guy would be a second or first liner on most teams, and we might be stuck with him on our third line. The Canadiens, for the first time in a long time, have the ability to say that. And I think maybe for the first time ever, we have this many good prospects at one time. Now, will all these guys pan out? Obviously not, unfortunately. Maybe, say, for example, Jaden Struble doesn't work out. Say, for example, maybe, say, Owen Beck. He doesn't pan out the way that we expect, for example. But I think a good majority of the prospects that we have that we are highly touting in Montreal will pan out. And I absolutely think that we have I think that we absolutely have what it takes to be a damn good team. I think we absolutely have what it takes to be a cup contender in, say, 5 to 6, 7 years when we have everyone fully developed and we have all of these guys in our team and in our lineup, and we have whatever final draft picks that we might want to make to complete the rebuild, or veterans that we might want to bring in to help out the young guys. Yeah, I understand what you're saying right now. And like you were saying, exactly, in 5 years, we will be a great team. If just 75%, exactly, 75% of our current prospects play to their potential. Exactly, Bob. I definitely think if even, like you said, 75% of our prospects pan out, we will be a great team. If guys like Owen Beck and Jaden Struble don't pan out, for example, well, that's fine, because we have these guys who will pan out instead. We have Lane Hutson and Logan Mailloux to make up for a Jaden Struble not panning out, It's good that we have this many prospects as well, because like you said, not all of them are going to pan out. So I'd rather have 20 to 30 prospects and have guys that might be able to make up, or guys that might be underlooked and end up panning out later, over you know what? Hey, we've got like 3 good prospects, and I mean, like maybe one of them will work out. I'd rather be in Arizona right now with 30 picks in the next 3 drafts and 7 or 8 real good prospects right now over, say, Tampa Bay, who has like 3 picks in the next 3 drafts and not a great prospect pool, because they're going to be on the downward swing within the next 3 to 4 years when Montreal is going to start being on the upswing. At least in my opinion, I think they will be. So yeah, I think the stockpiling of picks and prospects that we've kind of been doing the last 3 to 4 years, I think is perfectly fine. And I think the smart drafting strategies that Bergevin and Timmins were doing in the last 2 to 3 years of their tenure, and Hughes and Gordon have kept going with drafting for skill and character and speed and size a little bit, I think it's definitely worked. Hey, Sons Darkness, how's it going, man? Darkness, happy belated birthday, my good sir. Thank you for coming by. Like Kenzie said, happy belated birthday. How's it going, boyos? Hell yeah, happy to see you guys are in here. My other serious question right now is it a coincidence that you and Rick are wearing Cole Caulfield's 22 Habs jerseys tonight? Are you Rick? Is Rick here? The world needs to know the answer. No, I forgot to put on the old jersey because we got fucking blown out tonight, and I forgot to put old jersey. So no, it's not really a coincidence. We just both really like Cole Caulfield, and I think I technically got mine before his. I got mine for Christmas. I think his was ordered for Christmas, but he only got it, I want to say, in January, maybe early February, I think, if I remember correctly. So it's genuinely just a coincidence that we're both wearing Caulfield jerseys. But thank you for pointing out that it is a Caulfield jersey. I appreciate that. Big shout out the NHL tag, by the way. Genuinely looks really good on this Habs jersey. No, he is Wary Weiss. Hell yeah, NZA. Hey, no problem, Darkness. Hell yeah. Damn. Oh, no, dude did say thanks, NZA. I did see. I just saw it now. Let's go, baby. Let's go. I'm going to find an Islander for every jersey number. Yes, you will, Sons. I'm sure you will, man. Who is... I'm trying to think of a number 12 real quick. I can't really think of one. Suns has got Zach Parise. Number 12. Matt Camilleri is 13. Damn it. I'll get to it eventually. Hey, no problem, NZA. Don't worry about it, man. Don't worry about it. So yeah. Wait, where the fuck? Okay, sorry. Yeah, first commercial break comes up after the penalty is called. Canadians go to the PK. Yes, we are still in the first period. Oh boy. The Avs score. Artturi Lehkonen, after a tribute video, tips a Rantanen shot into the net with his glove. It's a bit of a weird play. 4-0 Avs lead. We are 0 for 1 on the PK tonight. I was expecting Allen to get pulled. Honestly, this is 4 goals on 3. This is 4 goals and 8 shots. Even though 2 of the goals you can't really blame on him. 2 of them got tipped. The first one and this fourth one, they got tipped, but like still, you can't really allow the second and third one like he did. Those are just really bad goals. It should be, if anything, this game should be 2-0 right now, but it's 4-0, and yeah, Habs go back. Habs then go to the power play after about a minute or so. Pitlick gets taken down hard into the boards. Trainers out there. Have you seen the? Yes, I have, Bob. I've seen the insane number of hockey jerseys the hockey guy has. I think what he said actually is that he's closer to 300 at this point. 300, 350, somewhere around there. It's definitely not as low as 200 though. He has a lot of jerseys, is what we can say at the very least. I want to say it's around 350, 300, 350 jerseys that he has. Genuinely nuts. The trainers out there, Pitlick did look a bit fine. Taze does go to the box for tripping on the play though. Yeah, Bob, I'd say it's close to 300, absolutely, at the very least, if not 350, like I said. Pitlick unfortunately would not come back to the game. He only played about 5 minutes total. Yeah, unfortunately wouldn't come back. Canadians did not look good at all. Avs easily clear. We are 0 for 1 on the power play. And then the Habs score right off of face-off. Suzuki wins the face-off to Kovacevic. Shoots it. Anderson with the tip. And it goes in. It is 4-1, breaking the shutout for Alexander Georgiev on just the third shot of the game in the final minute of the period. Habs then tried to push. Actually, sorry, it was a minute 3 left in the game. Final minute, Habs push. Anderson looked for another. MacKinnon goes back the other way, looking for another Av, but nobody was with him. Shots after 20 minutes are 8-3 for the Avs. They have a 4-1 lead after 20 minutes, on pace to win 12-3. Would they? If you read the title or saw the description, then you would know that they didn't. But we'll see. We'll hike this up because who knows? Avalanche then were in control early in the second period. It's 5-1. Rantanen with the shot. That one goes past Jake Allen. The Avs almost made it 6-1. The whistle, unfortunately for them, went way too quickly before Compher did put it home as the whistle, right like a second after the whistle went. Just an instinct. It wasn't to mock us or anything. But Compher does put it home after the puck leaked out of Allen. There was some contention if the goal would have counted. Would that have? There was talk amongst the announcers. If the goal had counted, Cogliano might have ran into Allen. Could that have prevented the goal from being scored? Probably. I mean, I don't know. Doesn't matter. But it's 6-1 anyways. Compher tips a shot from Nichushkin. Everyone was out of position on that one. It's 6-1 Colorado, and we've got a goalie change with a game tomorrow against Pittsburgh in Pittsburgh. Jake Allen's out. Montembeault is in. Habs then tried to push. Suzuki's line actually had a decent opportunity. There are a couple near chances, no shots though. Habs with some momentum. There's a good fourth line shift. Hoffman, Goulet, and Gurianov actually then nearly had some chemistry. That was looking promising. Habs tried to push. Avs go back the other way. Logan O'Connor is off the post. Compher puts a shot high and wide after a minute. Habs then tried to get back within it. A couple okay shifts. There's an Avalanche shot tipped nearly in the net, just wide. Anderson with a nice break, shoots it over the net, unfortunately. Habs with some more puck control then. They were actually very good at causing turnovers at this point. Habs then go to the power play. MacKinnon trips up Goulet. And then we got some shit going on. MacKinnon goes over to Goulet, questioning him, gives him a cross check because why wouldn't he? And Jack Johnson comes in. He then cross-checks Caden Goulet. Savard is immediately all over him. Big shout-out Nick Suzuki, by the way. I didn't put this in my notes. Big shout-out Nick Suzuki. Coming over after MacKinnon went after Goulet and just pushing him back. Big shout-out Nick Suzuki there, the captain. You love to see it. Jack Johnson, all I got to say to him is go bankrupt again, buddy. Please. Goulet and Johnson also got called for roughing. I didn't realize that Goulet getting roughed up counted as him being a penalty. But the Habs score in the final minute of the second period, just about the final minute of the second period. Denis Gurianov, his third in 8 games with the Montreal Canadiens. Now his 4th point. He's on pace through an 82-game season for 41 points. Would that happen? Obviously not. He'd need like 30 points in this game alone just to try and get there. But if you thought Gurianov was going to somehow get 30 points this game, I don't know who you are, and I don't know why, but I like that. But Gurianov gets his third as a Canadian. Suzuki and Drum with the assist there. Good shot off of an Av, right back to Gurianov off the shot block, puts it in short side. He was trying to go blocker side, got back to him, puts it in past the glove with a very good screen as well by Josh Anderson to make it 6-2. I will give Anderson an honorary assist on that one. We are 1 for 2 on the power play tonight. Talking about jerseys, I see that the NHL has no uniform deal after the end of next season. Adidas will opt out. Do you have a guess on who will get that contract, Harry? Bob, we talked about this actually. I forget if it was last stream or the stream before. Someone did ask that, but for me, I have no clue. I want Reebok to get them back because I really like the Reebok jerseys. I think CCM is now owned by Reebok, I think. So technically, if I say CCM, it's just Reebok again. I wouldn't mind Reebok doing the jerseys. When they did them, they were pretty solid. I thought maybe Nike could get them, but apparently there's like no interest, despite the fact they already do the Olympic jerseys. Someone told me in the last stream, I think it was. I don't know. My guess would be Nike, or not Nike, Reebok. I don't know many like clothing brands. You know, like obviously, I could be a funny dumbass and say Gucci, because then they could charge like $1,000 for the jerseys, and that makes sense. But yeah. Gucci, please don't buy the rights to NHL jerseys. You're going to make jack shit on them. Hockey is not a big sport. Hockey is not a big sport at all, so you're not going to make much money. You got to scare them away. But Suns, Kevin Weeks was an Islander in 2000. Did you just find that out, Suns? Did you just find out that Kevin Weeks was an Islander for like 2 weeks in 2000? Did you not know that? Oh my God, pretty much 2 weeks. Yeah, played 36 games with the Islanders in 99-2000. Yep. Starter, Fanatics, CCM, a couple others. I don't think Fanatics will get that. I could maybe see Starter taking a stab at it. I don't know if they'd really get the rights though. Oh yeah, Under Armour. Honestly, I wouldn't mind Under Armour if their shirts or anything to go off of. They make pretty decent t-shirts. So I have faith in their jersey making ability. CCM, if they're still like separate from Reebok, I wouldn't mind seeing them make jerseys again for the NHL. If they're if they're a part of Reebok, then obviously then yeah, no, it's just CCM and Reebok, just basically different brands within the same company. Gucci Islanders jerseys, let's go, Suns. Hell yeah. Gucci Islander jerseys, bro. I'm actually kind of surprised, like an original six team hasn't partnered up with Gucci for or like Louis Vuitton or something. It was like one of those like really cunty popular brands to like make some like rings or like fucking shirts or something. I'm genuinely surprised that hasn't happened yet. Yeah, fuck Fnatic Suns, dude. The Fnatic jerseys, I heard nothing but complaints about them. You guys were fucking relentless on the Fanatics jerseys, and admittedly, rightfully so, because Fanatics jerseys are not good jerseys. There was a camera that stayed on one shot. It was a fan cam mode, basically. It was like as if you were just sitting in the front seat. Obviously, it's just one of those cameras through the camera hole, and then it was just yeah. If Gucci gets the jerseys, will Lou Bolton get the skate deal? I don't get that because I don't watch. I don't know many popular brands, but thank you, Bob. Yeah, exactly, NZA. Like I've heard a lot of people saying that it's just bad quality, just worse than like 2006 CCM jerseys, which is what I'm familiar with. So, oof. But yeah, it was a fan cam mode. Basically, it was like your POV in the front row. We missed the last 20 seconds because the camera panned away and started to go to the back. That was really funny. Weidman got into it with some Avs after the final whistle. The shots are 25-9 for the Avs, and they have a 6-2 lead after 40 minutes. They make high heels for women. They have red on the bottom. Bob, part of me is concerned why you know that. The other part assumes you have a wife. So I'm just going to say yes. Thank you for letting me know. That actually would be kind of funny. Admittedly, that would be kind of funny if they've got the license for that. Admittedly, a high heel turning like in a skate with a skate on the bottom sounds really funny. Apparently, Fanatics jerseys are popular here in Montreal. Good thing none of my NZA. Yeah, I know that what was it? It wasn't Sports Electric, not Sports Electric. It wasn't Sports Fanat Sports. The fuck is the sports store around here? I'm stupid. Montreal Sports Store. I forgot how to spell store. Sports expert. Sports experts. Jesus, I can't speak. Sports experts. Like they had a lot of Reebok jerseys or Fanatics jerseys, which then again it was 2017, 2018. It was 2017, 2018, so like that was like right when they were getting made. Like I think in the last year of production, I want to say. So it's definitely it's definitely probably why there were a lot there. But yeah, no, I see why they're popular in Montreal because they're like very cheap, kind of cheaply made, cheaply point because Adidas has the likeness. You know, it's like when I'm pretty sure like when Reebok got bought out by had the rights change hands with the Reebok jerseys, those all of a sudden fell to dirt cheap prices basically. Exactly, real OGs by Adidas. Right here, Reebok, CCM. I have two of those jerseys exactly. What logo would make the best on the back of a jersey? Suns, the back of a jersey. Genuinely, I think the fisherman might be really cool on the back of a jersey. High ones, volume. Thank you, Lucas. That's why I mentioned it as a joke. And yet, yeah, I'm married to a woman who has way too many shoes and high heels. Bob, yeah, no, I've heard that a lot about women. That they buy way too many shoes and high heels for no reason. But you know what? Hey, you know what? I'll have to get used to wasting money on shit like that. So I better learn now. I have a random yellow practice. Suns. That's kind of cool, honestly. That's kind of sick. Just found the shit. Let's go. Turn your head right all the way so we can see the whole side profile. Okay. Oh wait, no, that's left. I'm stupid. All right, I can. I'll talk like this for a second. I mean, I don't know. It looks like I'm talking to somebody that's off screen, which could be a basis for a fun. Okay, you guys can see. Could be a basis for a funny joke, but I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. It seems like it's kind of fun. I forgot I have bread on the ground. I'll probably eat that later while I'm watching the whale. And yeah, there you go, Lucas. He's hot. Oh no, he's hot. Let's go, Lucas. Thank you, man. It's a basis for schizophrenia. Thank you, Sporty. Appreciate it, man. I don't know what you're saying that to, but damn it, thank you, Sporty. Appreciate it. Let's go. Motherfucker is bread on the ground. Motherfucker, it's not like loose bread. It's in the goddamn, not casing, whatever the hell you want to call this. It's in the little packaging. But yes, I do have bread on the ground. Anderson early. Why? Because I fucking eat it, Lucas. I eat it. What next? Are you gonna ask why I have Pepsi on my table? You gonna ask that? The Avalanche early in the third had a couple decent looks. Habs back the other way. Pretty good control, actually. Anderson and Taves then slashed at each other. Makar comes in. We got a scrum in front of the net. Why do you have Pepsi? Fuck off, Lucas. Because I drink the shit. I have 2 right here. I have like 5 cans. Actually, no. Sorry, I have 5 cans and 1 bottle. Harry, you need multiple cans in your room, random cups to other cameras, just to emphasize a point you're making. Bob, I do, Bob. Yes, not Sporty. Definitely not sponsored by Pepsi. Not sponsored by Drink Pepsi. No, Anthony, I think we're coming by, man. But Bob, I do. Like, I would love if I could rig it up. I would love to get like the camera here, get a camera like just off to the side off screen, like where my PS3 is, so I can look like diagonally at that camera and it switches, or like I could switch it. Get like a camera just like off on the side, switch to that view occasionally. Like it would be definitely really cool, Bob. Like I can have little skits where I look at separate cameras and it's like eventually like it just naturally changes potentially. Like after like 5 minutes with this camera, it goes to this camera, back to this camera. Like I think it'd be sick. Like I think it'd be sick to have something like that. So I'm trying to look here, and then all of a sudden I gotta look all the way over here to keep talking and emphasizing my point. Oh god, an overhead cam drone. That would actually be kind of funny. The only issue is if it's like a drone, you're gonna like hear you're gonna hear it like not buzzing, but you're gonna hear like the blades or whatever. That would kind of suck. Oh, what clothing logo would look best on the back where the Adidas logo is now? Probably Reebok, honestly, sons. I love the Reebok logo. I love the Reebok jerseys. Back in like 2010, 2011, like NHL 10-11, when they had the Reebok jerseys, or no, it was NHL 08 that has the Reebok Edge jerseys. Those looked pretty good in game, I think. And overall, I love the Reebok logo. The CCM would work too. I think one of those would look good. I just haven't seen every like iteration of the NHL logo, or of like brand logos on the back of a jersey. But yeah. Though if a clothing brand did have the Islanders Fisherman logo, that would look funny on the back of a jersey. I really hope the NHL gets those CCM jerseys at the CHL. Oh, Lucas, are CCM jerseys done by does CCM do the CHL and AHL jerseys? Because that is fucking dope, my guy. Jawline on point. Thank you, Boyer. Bro, I do actually have a little bit of a jaw. Now that I notice it, I do have a bit of a jaw. I'm not like a Leafy where it's like inwards dented basically, and I don't have like a protruding fucking Patrick Warburton chin. It's just like it's a nice stable. You can like punch it. You can tell it's a jaw. You can tell it's what it's supposed to be. Yeah, that is true, Bob. I would need a whole production team, like just a director, a drone pilot, just to like fly the drone and keep it there. Watch the top of my head for like 3 hours while I stream. Would be funny. Occasionally just drop it down, break the drone, have to get a new one. If I had the budget and I had the big enough fan base, I would love to do something like that because it'd actually be really funny. Yeah, Lucas, they are beautiful. Low-key, if CCM wants to get back into making hockey jerseys, I would welcome them back with wide open arms, personally. At least I personally would. I don't know about the rest of you guys, but I would love CCM jerseys to be making. Oh, apparently WWE 2K23 is having a midnight release stream tonight. All right, boys, cool. I will probably be heading out very shortly because I really want to watch that. Prime green jerseys are nice. Yes, sons. Prime green jerseys like John Cena. Don't the London Knights have a primary green jersey? Yeah, they do. That looks fucking sick. Yeah, I see it like right now. Like hell, honestly, like I wouldn't even mind. And of course, it immediately knows that I need a 3 XXL jersey. Actually, no, for a jersey like this, I probably need an XL or a double XL. I'd probably say an XL. Like even if CCM, for example, puts like the logo like here, for CCM, I wouldn't mind that. Like, obviously, it's probably going to be on the back, but I wouldn't mind like a CCM logo here, the RDS logo here, and the Habs crest. I wouldn't mind that. He means prime green like the NHL Adidas ones. The fuck? Dude, Bob, Pepsi should be the sponsor. I drink enough of their goddamn shitty ass product. I need a fucking. They're gonna give me diabetes one day. They fucking better sponsor me. Like, Jesus Christ. They fucking, like, come on. All right, boys, let's finish this off because I got a 2K23 stream to catch in like 30 minutes. Logos need to be on the back. Oh, does it have to be Suns? Okay, good. Look up CCM Quick Like. That's what I want the NHL to use. All right, CCM Quick Light jersey. Oh, that kind of. Okay, I see. That doesn't look too bad. That doesn't look too bad, actually. That kind of looks good. Actually, yeah, that's something I could fuck with, probably. I could probably fuck with that, actually, Lucas. Yeah. I'm like 99% sure you got a prime green jersey on. Wait, really? The Dallas dark neon green jersey. Oh, yeah, Bob. I love that jersey. The black neon green jersey. Neon green jersey. Yeah, dude. I love that jersey. The glow-in-the-dark jersey, as it's called. The blackout jersey, I guess, is what it's officially referred to as. That's a sick jersey, honestly. I love it. I love that jersey. But yeah, if this is a prime green jersey, they are definitely nice. They are very nice. The jersey I have on is prime green. Okay, then yeah, no, the prime green jersey. Yeah, no, I like the prime green jerseys. They're not too bad. Actually, let me look up Adidas prime green jersey. This is apparently arrow ready, which is very, very, very nice. So yeah, let me look up NHL prime green. Let me see if they have the exact one that I have real quick. I know I'm supposed to be recapping the game, but fuck it. Who cares? I can afford to. Oh yeah, no, there's no way. Yeah, this is absolutely the prime green jersey I have. Yeah, no, I'm looking right now. Yeah, no, I don't want to sign up. Thank you for the discount, but I don't want to sign up. Yeah, no, I'm looking right now. Yeah, no, this is absolutely the jersey I have. Prime just means they're made of recycled materials, which should explain why this feels like trash. All right. You're sponsored. And I wonder, was it funny end the stream? Boys, sometimes I wonder why I'm not sponsored or why I don't have 5,000 subs yet, and then I make a joke like that. All right, Cavs get a couple looks. Artturi Lehkonen in front is a shot saved by Georgiev. Anderson is off the bench. Good shot. Rings the post. Right, rings. Fuck. Dislike. Thank you, Lucas. I appreciate it. Rings the post. Great chance there. Anderson genuinely could have had a hat trick tonight. He could have had a hat trick. Anderson played great. Habs with a bit of pressure. Not really many big chances, but we do have control. Savard takes a shot. It is gloved down, and we've got a commercial. Unsubbed, turned off the bell, reported to YouTube, reported to Google, reported to the FBI. Thank you, Lucas. Recycled Adidas jerseys over Fanatics. I do agree with that, Sons. Not with the FBI, but reported to the authorities. Reported to Donald J. Trump himself. Hell yeah. Avs then go to the power play. Artturi Lehkonen is called for tripping MacKinnon. Anderson with a big hit on Nichushkin after the whistle. That was cool. MacKinnon scores. What a fucking goal, by the way. I love Jeff Sokol too, Sons. He is probably one of my favorite Predators. Reported to I can't say that, Lucas. I can't say that. He didn't. I don't know if I'd say that, Sons, but he is one of my favorite Chris Hansen Predators. He is very, very dumb. MacKinnon, what a fucking goal. Dekes out Weidman, puts it home on Montembeault. 7-2 Avs lead. First goal that Montembeault did allow this game. Notice, one of my favorite Lucas, have you never ranked like your favorite TCAP Predators? Have you never ranked like, oh, which one I find the funniest or which one is the stupidest or which one's the most entertaining? Canadians are 0-2 on the PK tonight. And we score. What a way to respond. Jesse Ylonen tips Chris Weidman's potential first of the year home. They actually did give it to Weidman, but they did change it to Ylonen. Belzile with the secondary assist there after Belzile had a very solid scoring chance. but Georgiev was able to stick out the pad. Wait a minute. After seeing your clean cut look tonight, maybe you should have Manscaped as a sponsor. Bob, I would actually like that. That actually would be funny. If someone could get me in contact with Manscaped, like, I don't care. Pay me like $50 a stream or something. That's like $2,000 a month. No, that's not. No, I'm lying. That is not. 50 times 15. That is $750 a month. But then keep in mind the bonus streams. That's probably about maybe $1,000 per month. I would gladly do that. I would gladly Manscaped. Sponsor me. I use your shit. Not really, but you got to speak into his existence. I use your stuff. Sponsor me. How do you think I got this clean-shaven look? By using Manscaped. Manscaped, please sponsor me. I'm totally not desperate for sponsors. I really want to sponsor. Please sponsor me. Someone. I really need something. All right, let's finish this game up, boys. Let's finish this game before I start sucking for sponsors or something like that. Off the other way from the face-off, Compher passes over to MacKinnon. He misses the pass. Goalie with a nice hit on Compher after the 2-1. And the Habs score. Habs score. I will be your agent. I get 10% of everything. Bob, I would gladly take that if I could guarantee that you can get me ads. You can get me sponsors. I wish that was the case. Mike Matheson gets his 6th of the year, making it interesting. It is 7-4 all of a sudden. Anderson and Savard, Habs have played incredibly well. Oh, look at DMs to see the random ad jersey I found. Hey, let's go, Suns. All right. Let me look. Oh, Suns, that's sick, actually. That's kind of sick, honestly. Random yellow practice jersey. Bro, legit. That is actually fire. Low key, that is a really, really solid looking jersey. That is actually not bad. Well, I mean, Suns, keep in mind, this is a game that was 6-1 at one point. This is a game that was 6-1. It's now 7-4 with 8 minutes to play. Habs needed something to cling on to. Hey, we scored 2 quick goals. We have 2 goals. We have 4 goals on like 12 shots. Maybe we can come back. We needed something to cling on to, Suns. Just like every time the Islanders play the Maple Leafs, they want to have a hope that they can win. Harry, check the... Oh, no, Lucas. Oh, no. Oh, no. When that cold brew hits. God. Lucas, I fucking love you, but at the same time, I fucking hate you, man. God damn it. I'm sorry, Suns. I'm sorry. But Habs had a bit of pressure. Avs with some good speed. Habs are very well at getting the turnovers at this point. The Avs are playing sloppy. They just weren't really caring all that much. But the Avs go to the power play after a good Habs chance. There's a stick in front. Anderson is called for tripping up Nathan MacKinnon. And they score. Valeri Nichushkin with the tip on a Makar shot for the 8-4 lead. We are 0 for 3 on the PK tonight. Just a reminder, we were also 0 for 1 on the power play tonight. So the Avs clearly got the ref's hand. Then we got a fight. Belzile goes after an Av. Pizzetta with a nice hit. Byram steps up. Pizzetta nails him before the fight can actually start and before they get their gloves off. The only way that actually Pizzetta can actually get hits in. Both guys just kind of tie up. That was a terrible fight. I wouldn't have counted it as a fight, but apparently the refs did. They both get 2 for roughing and 10-minute misconducts. Yeah, so they were out for the game, both of them. Canadians got a few good turnovers. Drew him with a nice shot attempt that's blocked. Suns, I'm sure you do, man. I'm sure you do. But I gotta end the stream because holy shit, what you guys are sending me. Jesus Christ. God damn it. Yeah, Savard with a nice puck recovery at the line. Habs weren't able to get many shots, but they were playing fairly okay in the last 10 or so minutes. Habs tried to get something in the final 4. Avs were taking over yet again. MacKinnon gets a good shot stopped by Montembeault. There's a strange bounce along the boards right to Montembeault. He covers it up and not covers it up, but he's able to make the save there. Weidman is then given a 10-minute misconduct with 40 seconds left after drawing with the Avs. Understandably upset. I also understand the refs. I like that actually. Just, hey, get out of the game. We don't want to cause any more shit in the last minute. Come on, you've lost. Deal with it already. And yeah. So the final score is 8-4 for Colorado. They lead the final shots 33-19 to end the game as well. Yeah, that is unfortunately the end of the game for the Canadiens. They were not really in it for much aside from when they made it 7-4. That is going to do it for today's stream. not today's stream. That's going to do it for the game. I will get into the stats. If you guys got any last minute comments or questions, please put them in the chat before we get to the outro. Nick Suzuki leads the Canadiens with 21 goals, 30 assists for 51 points. The first Hab under 23 to have back-to-back 50-point seasons since Saku Koivu. I feel now... Yes, sir, Bob. How can I mess up like this? You can't be sponsored by Manscaped. There's a premium shaving company called, wait for it, Harry's. We've actually bought in Harry's before, too, Bob, actually. We have bought in Harry's before. So, like, I don't know, Harry's, like, come on. Shaving company called Harry's. Come on. It's a match made in heaven. Come on. Harry's, contact me. We legitimately use your shit. Like, come on. Harry's using Harry's. I will film a video of myself in the shower shirtless because fuck off. I will make a video shitting if that's what it takes for you guys to sponsor me. Harry's, contact me. I'm cheap. I'm 800 subscribers. I'm nothing. Give me like $5 a video and I will. Okay, please don't actually be like that cheap. But like I will be sponsored. Exactly, Bob. Even I'm sure Tourette's guy likes it. I can't say he does for legality reasons, but I'm pretty sure Tourette's guy likes Harry's. He has to. With the slick shave that he always gets, the nice hair he has, Tourette's guy must use Harry's. Come on. Cole Caulfield, who's out for the rest of the year. 26 goals, 10 assists for 36 points. Still leading the team in goal scoring. Big shout out. Kirby Dach, who's out seemingly for a bit longer. 12 goals, 24 assists, 36 points. Josh Anderson now has 20 goals, 9 assists, 29 points. Christian Dvorak, who's unfortunately hurt. 10 goals, 18 assists, 28 points. Mike Hoffman, 10 goals, 16 assists for 26 points. Jonathan Drouin, 1 goal, 22 assists, 23 points. Mike Matheson, 6 goals, 14 assists, 20 points. Yevgeny Dadonov, when he was here as a Canadian, 4 goals, 14 assists, 18 points. Sean Monahab, 6 goals, 11 assists, 17 points. Caden Gooley, 4 goals, 13 assists, 17 points. David Savard, 3 goals, 14 assists, 17 points. Jordan Harris, who's unfortunately hurt, 3 goals, 12 assists, 15 points. Arbor Jacka, who's out for the rest of the year, 5 goals, 8 assists, 13 points. Raphael Harvey-Pinard, 8 goals, 4 assists, 12 points. Michael Pezzetta, 5 goals, 7 assists, 12 points. Yoel Armia, who's unfortunately out for the rest of the year, and Alex Belzil each have 4 goals, 7 assists, 11 points. Jake Evans, who's unfortunately out for the rest of the year, and Jonathan Kovacevic have 2 goals, 9 assists, 11 points. Apparently, if you have 11 points, you're tying with somebody. Josef Kofsky, who's unfortunately out for pretty much the rest of the year, 4 goals, 6 assists, 10 points. Jesse Ylonen, 3 goals, 7 assists, 10 points. Brendan Gallagher and Rem Pitlick, who are both injured now, 4 goals, 5 assists, 9 points. I'm telling you guys, something about 9 points. Justin Barron has 9 points, 3 goals, 6 assists for 9 points. He's also hurt. Joel Edmondson with goals, 6 assists for 7 points. Chris Weidman, 6 assists. Denis Gurianov in his time with the Canadian, 3 goals, 1 assist, 4 points. Chris Tierney, a goal, 2 assists for 3 points. Anthony Richard with a goal and an assist. Jake Allen and Corey Shenneman each with an assist. Arbor Jacki leads the Canadians with 9 fights. Michael Pezzetta has 6. Caden Gooley and Jake Evans each with 2 fights. Kirby Dach, Josh Anderson, Mike Math, Alex Belzil, Jonathan Kovacevic, Brendan Gallagher, and Chris Weidman each with a fight this year as well. That is going to do it for today's stream, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Favorite channel includes, but it's not limited to YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. My name is Rice. Subscribe to Puff Club, join the nation from the mods, thank you for running comments on the streams and reviews is much greatly appreciated. Thank you guys again for watching. Link subscription on the end of the PO box. DMs on the PO box, PayPal. Okay, Harry, great stream. Thank you, Bob. Appreciate it, man. Thank you very much. Again, sorry, boys. Link subscription on the Amazon business, PO box, PayPal, the Discord, Letterboxd, Twitter account, and this Twitch are all down there as well. Keep your stick on the ice. Cheers. Thank you for coming by. Thank you very much for coming by, Bob. Thank you, man. Thank you for coming by for the whole stream. Have a wonderful night, man. Thank you very much. Thank you guys for watching. My name is Horace. I'm nobody else. Always remember, no matter how bad we were like last year, how fairly okay we were like this year. Go Habs, go, baby. Thank you guys again for watching. My name is Horace again, and I love you guys. See you guys. Bye, guys. Love you guys. See you guys. Bye.